Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And once again at my local Walmart, I finally broke down since I brought those battle changers. I figured I might as well get the next level of figures since they're only just a tiny bit larger, and then we'll go with the battle changers. So we got 3 more, and these are the Beast Alliance. We got 3 more figures for you guys to take a look at. So let's go ahead, let's get to these packages, and let's take a look at these figures. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and let's check out the figures that we have today to look at. Let me go ahead and put them up here on the table so we can take a look at. We got one from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee series, which is kind of weird. I don't know what this is, but it pretty much takes some from the other series. As you can see here, we have Transformers Rise of the Beast, Beast Alliance figures. These are all from the same toy line, but the one in the middle, I guess they decided to change the packaging after a while and put it as a Buzzworthy so they can keep selling it and making money. But as you can see, as always with the Buzzworthy figures, you got Bumblebee down here at the bottom, you got the Predacon, Scorponok, and Sandspear here, which is the little scorpion right there. You can see in the corner here, it is a Beast Alliance figure. And on the side, you got Optimus Prime from the Rise of the Beast movie. Here in the back, you can see you got both of the figures. You got Sandspear, which is a weapon, takes 4 steps to transform him. And then you got Scorponok, which takes 7 steps to transform him. Down here, you got a bunch of Lego Mumbo Jumbo. And you got a picture of Scorponok here on the side. Looking pretty cool. I'm not really sure. I can't remember if I saw him in the movie or not. I'm going to have to watch the movie again to see if I did. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at the packaging of the original packaging these guys came in. Here we have Optimus Primal and Aerostripe. Now you can see it says Transformers Rise of the Beast at the bottom. It's got that Aztec-y look to it. It's a Beast Alliance figure. You got Optimus Primal here on the side with a roaring. I wonder if this character actually has a roaring mouth or not. Once again, Aerostripe is a weapon. And then you have the figure here. And as always, there's never been much to the Optimus Primal figure. You got the Lego Mumbo Jumbo here at the bottom. Once again, a cool picture of the Optimus Primal toy roaring. Looks really cool. Hopefully it is better than what it looks like here. And let's just take a quick look at the back, because these are Beast Wars figures. This is the actual Transformer figure, and this is the Steve Urkel of the Transformers universe. And take a look at that picture there. Tell me what it reminds you of another universe out there. If you know, leave it in the comments in the comment section below. Here we have the Rhino minifigure that transforms into a weapon as well. And then you got Wheeljack, who obviously transforms into a little work van. These are them guys. So guys, let's go ahead, let's get them out of these packages, and let's go ahead and let's take a look at the figures. Alright guys, so here are the figures off the box. They look pretty cool, but let's go ahead and let's get a closer look at these figures. And let's go ahead and let's start with Optimus Primal here. As you can see, he does have a nice head sculpt there. Looks just kind of like the movie and also like the cartoon in a way. Decent chest sculpt as well. Now this figure, it is a bit of a cheap, on the cheap version, these figures were $15 each. So pretty much everything's on ball joints except the knees there, which he really don't have, but they do bend in for transformation. But other than that, he's got some detail. He looks almost solid except for the back of the hands and legs. Now I don't know why they did that. Maybe they're gonna be putting something else, because you can see these figures will have a lot of 5mm peg holes on the arms and on the legs there, as you can see, where you can mount stuff. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something else coming down the pipe. Now the arm can go that far out to the side. Let's get the shoulder back up. And like I said, being on a ball joint, it does do 360. The elbows are at a ball joint, so you get pivot and bend at 90 degrees. There is no wrist articulation. There is no hip articulation on these figures. The legs can go that far out to the side. Now towards the front, he can go almost 90 degrees towards the front, and he can go past 90 degrees towards the back. And once again, he doesn't have much of a knee bend, but that's as far as the knee will bend. And he does have a little bit of an ankle twist, and that's once again due to the transformation. If anybody's ever owned an Optimus Primal figure, you know what that's for. Now that's pretty cool right there. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the next figure. Here we have Scorponok. Nicely done. This is based on the movie once again, and it is their cheaper version of the figure, but it does look really nice. I do have one major issue with this figure, and that is his Scorponok legs. His scorpion legs here, they don't bend or fold anywhere. They do fold in and out like that, and the way they show it on the package is the way it's supposed to put them. But at least they could have given it another joint to collapse into itself onto the legs. Would have been really cool. I don't know why they didn't do that, but you can see the head is hollow there. He is pretty much all hollowed out. And being that he's all hollowed out, that is due to his transformation. But once again, they could have done something with these legs. These legs just stick out the back there like a sore thumb. Now articulation, he does have a twisting head. You can rotate the head left or right as opposed to Optimus Primal. His arm can go fully out 90 degrees to the side. Once again, it is on a ball joint, so you got 360 rotation there, along with the elbows. No wrist articulation whatsoever. Now he does have no whatsoever hip rotation. That's about as far as the legs will go off to the side. Now it can go 90 degrees to the front. Move the arm out the way. And he can go 90 degrees to the back. Now we do have to mess around with the Scorponok scorpion legs because they do get in the way, but he can go 90 degrees to the back. And let's move the legs out here. He can go position on right. He can do 90 degrees at the knee as well. He doesn't have any type of ankle articulation. And he does have a nice insignia right there in the middle of his chest for the Predacons. Now, I don't know if Predacons were distinct in this movie, Rise of the Beast, because I didn't see any of the other really Predacons or Terracons in the movie, so who knows what it was like. Now, as you can see with these legs, you really can't do nothing with them. They fold in, and I don't know why they fold in because you can't position them anywhere. Most people, if they get this, they're gonna pretty much leave the legs folded out like that because that's pretty much the only way you're gonna be able to stand them up. But you can fold them back like this if you wanted to as well. I think it makes it a bigger base, and that will make it easier to stand the figure up. Now let's take a look at the Steve Urkel of the Transformers universe, Wheeljack. Now, they did do a nice sculpt on the head. It is accurate to the movie, as you can see there. You got the chest, got some detail to it, like some parts of the vehicle mode there as well. You got the bumper there at the waist. You got some arms and some weird looking legs, I gotta tell you. But this is the way they did the figure, and then you got the feet at the bottom. Take a quick look at the side. And for all of you guys out there who complained about how they did Ratchet and Ironhide as core figures, this one is really, really horrible compared to those. I wish they would have actually kind of did him like they did Ironhide and Ratchet. It would have probably been better than what they did here. But this is the Wheeljack figure from the movie. Like I said, this is the Beast Alliance. This ain't a deluxe, Voyager, or anything like that. This figure was card back for $15 at Walmart. Pretty much that's all they got at Walmart right now. But for the articulation, just like Scorponok, his head can go left or right. He can go out that far to the side. His, once again, shoulders are on a ball joint, and so are the elbows, so you pretty much get plenty of rotation and 90-degree angles there. There's no articulation in the wrist, just like the other ones. But unlike the other ones, he does have a hip rotation, as you can see here, which is due to transformation. Now let's get the arms out of the way here so we can take a look at the legs. Legs, that's about as far out to the side you're going to get the legs to go. And forward, you're gonna get him full 90 degrees out to the front, and you're gonna get a full 90 degrees out to the rear. Now he does have some short thighs, but he does have a knee bend. And with the knee bend, you will get 90 degrees. Very short thighs once again, and long calves, but it is a Transformer. And the feet only got up and down, no side articulation, no twist or anything like that. And that is it for the figures here. But each of these figures do come with accessories, which is their weapons, and their weapons are also transformable. So let's go ahead and let's bring out their weapons, starting with Arrow Stripe. Now Arrow Stripe, you can see here, is a crossbow with a tiger's head on it, which is very, very weird. But this is the weapon that Optimus Primal came with. Not much to it, as you can see. Hopefully the camera picks it up pretty good, but let's go ahead and put that on Optimus Primal. Make sure you can still stand. Now next we got Scorponok's characters, which is his tail from his transformation, which becomes a sword. So let's go ahead and put that in one of his hands here. And he also has the Sand Spear. Now Sand Spear does transform into kind of like a bladed weapon as well, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and let's get this to Scorponok. Now this is the way to transform him, as the way the instructions show. So let's go ahead and put him in. There we go. Now he might be a little bit top heavy and leans a little bit more to the front because he has so much weight on those arms. We'll just have to work around it. Now with Wheeljack, we get the little Rhino Gatling gun. I can't remember the name of the Rhino. I'll have to go back at it, but this is the little Gatling gun that he transformed into, right here. Let's go ahead and let's get that to Wheeljack. Their weapons. Now let's go ahead, let's transform these guys, and let's check out all of their alt modes.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
In the beginning came the beasts and all that creeps, crawls, and flies. But nature lies, they're robots in disguise. Beast Wars, the next step in Transformer evolution, is here. New Maximals, heroic animals, battle the evil reptile and insect forces of the Predacons. They fight tooth and claw. Heroic Dinobot attacks. Morphs from Raptor Beast into vicious robot with spinning Velociraptor blades. Evil Waspinator full of venom changes like never before, from insect to high-tech, and puts the sting on Cheetor. But there's more to Cheetor than meets the eye. Under the skin lurks a robot within, with hidden weapons firing. But treacherous Tarantula mutates and counterattacks. Charging, slashing, blasting. All new Beast Wars. The next step in Transformer evolution is here. And when you buy the Maximo Predacon 2-pack, you get a free Beast Wars comic book. Beast Wars! Each sold separately.
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here we are and we got them transformed. And you can see they look a lot better in their alt modes, but let's go ahead and let's start taking a closer look at some of these alt mode figures here. Now as you can see, the Optimus Primal head sculpt for his Gorilla mode is really cool. I do like it. And not much has changed on him. You kind of like fold in his legs a little bit there. Twist his feet around to get the paws out. And then just bring down the shoulder guards down to cover his arms. Still the same articulation as in his robot mode. And you can see there the gorilla feet. Still very cool. Looks a lot better this way than he does as the robot, because it looks like Optimus Primal wearing a hood with that half part right there. Here it looks a little bit better. Oh, it should have blended in a little bit more, but it is what it is. Now for Arrow Stripe, his back legs don't bend. His tail can only go up or down. And the front legs can only go backwards and forwards, and he has a little nod up and down the head. That's pretty much it for Arrow Stripe in his alt mode, which I believe is either a white tiger or a wolf. I'm not really sure. They don't really specify what he is, but still looks pretty cool. Now next we're going to Scorponok. Now Scorponok does look really cool as a scorpion here. As you can see, you got the scorpion head there, the tail covering over, and then the arms acting as the claws. The feet, once again, since they don't have any type of bend or anything in them, they're just pretty much there. The only articulation you really have is in the arms and a little bit in the tail, but not much. But he does look really cool. I think I might just leave him like that on the shelf. And here he is at the bottom. What he looks like is pretty much most of the robot there. I think some guys like to call this like a shell former almost. I'm not really sure. It is what it is, but it still looks pretty cool to me in his scorpion mode right here. I do like it a lot. It does look cool. So guys, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Sandspear, which of course always looks like a scorpion. He doesn't really change. The only thing is the blade goes down and a little gun comes up for the stinger. His legs don't move, and his claws and arms are on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of movement out of them. Not much. And then the handle for his weapon mode is just tucked away. And you can see he is pretty much hollowed out, but there he is. Does go pretty good with Scorponok as well right there. Now let's take a look at Wheeljack. Now Wheeljack, looking at him like this, if you can see, he does have the Autobot logo, it's just not painted. I'm trying to see if the camera will focus on it. But with the Autobot logo sticking out like that, and then those two slits in the windshield, and then the grill, he kind of looks like something from the Cars universe. I'm almost expecting him to just talk from the bumper. But just like a lot of the other core class figures, his alt mode is lackluster. As you can see here, nothing's really painted in detail. Nothing really sticks out. He's beige on top, brown at the bottom. The only paint they put on him was a little silver for the bumper, some blue for the windshield. He's got a big gaping hole on the roof there. He's got holes on the side. He's just put together really, really poorly, and it's a sad disappointment. But hopefully with some paint and some decals, I might be able to touch him up a little bit. Then we have his little rhinoceros here, his rhino. Now this thing looks pretty cool. As you can see, it's got some of the metal showing. Now it would have actually been cool, they would have highlighted some of that with a little bit of silver paint or some gunmetal color. Maybe I might go into it, we'll see. I gotta see if I'm willing to do that to these figures. Now his feet are on ball joints, and that's due to his transformation and change into the Gatling gun, so you can position them. But if you want to, you can probably move his feet around to get a better support. His head doesn't have any articulation. And guys, that's pretty much it for the Transformers Rise of the Beast Alliance figures. I think this is where we're going to end the episode for today. Alright guys, so that wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to the Transformers Rise of the Beast Alliance figures, are these guys worth collecting? Are they worth putting on the shelf? Sadly, no, these guys aren't. I don't think they really are. I'm going to collect them because I already got 3 of them, and I got 3 of the Battle Changers. I don't know how far I'm going to get into this. I might, depending on the 2, because they're pretty much almost the same size, I might get the cast, and that's about it. I'm not going to go very into it that much with these guys, unless they start bringing out some of the Voyager and Deluxe figures in my Walmart. So far they haven't. These are the only figures I've been able to get my hands on. So unless we start getting some more figures out here, I might be getting a couple more, doing reviews on it. Who knows? but these are really more of play toys for new starters, new guys into the Transformers collectible universe. If you got kids, once again, these are something you can give them and let them beat to hell. I doubt these are something that later on down the line that somebody's actually gonna want to collect and keep and display. It is very poorly designed. Even though G1s were really bad, they were a lot better than what's coming out today. And guys, this is where I come to remind you guys that if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. Throw it on your Facebook, throw it on your Instagram, throw a couple of seconds on your TikToks. And guys, smash that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. And if you leave any type of comments, I'm usually pretty good at responding fairly quickly. So guys, go ahead and leave as many comments as you want. Once again, guys, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.